One of the most feared boxers is Artur Beterbiev, and those who have encountered him know why his strength is unmatched, leaving opponents bruised and exhausted. Elite light heavyweight Dmitry Bivol talked about his experiences sparring with Beterbiev, exposing the viciousness of his fists. Beterbiev's raw power is what makes him so terrifying. Opponents don't just worry about losing to him, they also fear the physical toll of enduring his punches. His ability to mentally and physically break down even the toughest fighters is why many are afraid to enter the ring with him. Bivol recalled that while attempting to protect his head, his thumb swelled from absorbing Beterbiev's punches. He described the force as overwhelming, saying it felt like his hand was being driven into his own skull. In addition to being strong, Beterbiev is a nightmare to battle.
Strong punches, right hand, even through my left. I have, you see my thumb is swollen because I was holding it on my head and he was beating on my hand.
And that's why you got the bruise there as well.
This is why I felt like my arm, my hand came inside of my head.
Joe Rogan explains why fighters shy away from Beterbiev, pointing out that he has been unstoppable and has won every bout he has fought with absolute dominance. Rogan highlights that no one has been able to outlast him in the ring. He also remarks on how Beterbiev looks, pointing to his thick beard, which is typical of Muslim fighters. This makes him appear even more menacing when paired with his fierce fighting style. Rogan emphasizes that Beterbiev is more than just strong. He is an unrelenting force that subdues opponents. His reputation alone deters fighters from joining him in the arena.
One of the scariest guys in the world right now is this guy, Artur Beterbiev. And he's the light heavyweight champion, and nobody wants to fight him. He's 19-0 with 19 knockouts. No one survives. And he's got this seek and destroy style that's absolutely terrifying. He just comes at guys and never backs up, and he looks like a fucking terrifying human. He's built like a tank with that lower beard that Muslims have. You know, he's just a monster, man.
Speaking to fans following the fight, KH acknowledged that he had initially thought Dmitry Bivol had the skill and strategy to win, but after seeing Beterbiev in action, his entire perspective changed. He emphasized that this was the first time he had truly watched Beterbiev fight, and the experience left him stunned. Amir Khan was in awe after witnessing Beterbiev's performance, calling him an absolute beast in the ring. Khan commended Beterbiev's nearly faultless performance, calling him punched perfect throughout the fight. He emphasized Beterbiev's amazing ability to deliver devastating blows while keeping a strong defensive stance, which sets him apart from most fighters who take damage in high-level battles. Beterbiev emerged from the fight almost unmarked, but Bivol's face displayed obvious signs of damage, demonstrating the brutality of Beterbiev's punches. According to KH, his fists weren't random swings. Rather, they were well-placed blows. He wasn't just a careless brawler. He was systematic, premeditated, and destructive. Technically sound and incredibly efficient, Khan was particularly intrigued by Beterbiev's capacity to exert tremendous force with both hands, which made him a continual danger in every interaction.
First time going.
Pro boxing fans, Amir Khan, just give me your thoughts, man. Artur Beterbiev becoming the undisputed champion. Give me your thoughts, bro.
Amazing fight, man. Honestly, I have to say that both fighters fought at their skin, honestly. Put big shots was landing, big shots were getting defended. I mean, but one thing I can say is the first time I saw Artur fight Beterbiev, what a beast he is. I mean, look, I thought Bivol was gonna go into this fight and win this fight, but after watching this fight and watching him fight how he fought, what a beast he is. Honestly, like, there's no one beating him. The guy was punch perfect, great defense, very strong, hits hard with both hands, and you can see how marked up Bivol was. I mean, look at Arthur now. I mean, he's just doing an interview right now. There's no marks on his face. It just shows, I mean, this guy's an animal.
In addition to his offensive prowess, Khan recognized Beterbiev's superior defensive ability. Many spectators mistake Beterbiev for having only knockout power, but Khan noted that his defense is just as strong, and his ability to withstand pressure without suffering significant visible damage demonstrates his ability to avoid clean strikes. Because opponents can't count on wearing him down, his durability and resilience make him even more dangerous. This fight was a revelation for Khan, who was expecting one result but came away with a newfound respect for Beterbiev's dominance. He called him a complete fighter who has the potential to reign supreme for years to come. Khan was certain that, at 175 pounds, Beterbiev is nearly unbeatable. He emphasized that after watching this fight, he couldn't see anyone in the division posing a legitimate threat to him because of his combination of power, skill, and endurance. People in the sport talk about Beterbiev all the time because he is a unique force in boxing, a unified light heavyweight champion with an unrivaled amount of power that leaves opponents and sparring partners in awe. His sparring partners also share some of the most startling details about his power. Trainer John Scully has interviewed many of them, and their descriptions are astounding. When training for his fight against Marcus Brown, Lionel Thompson, a skilled fighter himself, once said that sparring with Beterbiev was worse than getting hit by a car. This isn't an exaggeration. It's the reality of what it feels like to take punches from him. They concentrated heavily on his left hook to the body during training, which he was cracking with full power, but in sparring, he held back. When Scully told him to punch harder, Beterbiev simply responded, "If I do that, everyone goes home." His power isn't just about brute force. It's precisely controlled and overwhelming, which is why fighters both respect and dread him.
Here with Artur Beterbiev, trainer John Scully. Man, tell me...
assistant trainer.
Assistant trainer, sorry. I see you holding the pads, so you're getting the hard work on the hands, I see. Man, what's talk about his power? Obviously 17-0, 17 knockouts. I want to say, at least from my recollection, I don't know another unified light heavyweight champion who's been undefeated and had 100% knockout ratio.
Right, yeah, I don't remember any. He well, I always tell people, whenever they ask me about his power, I always tell them this. I talk to the sparring partners because I drive them to the gym and take them back. And they all just, you know, the descriptions they give me. One guy, well, I'll tell you what, Lonnie Davis, they call him Lonnie B, Lionel Thompson. He will tell you himself. He said he got hit by a car a few years ago. He said sparring with Artur was worse than getting hit by a car.
Oh, wow.
So once I heard that, I said, okay, now I see why everybody's, you know, talking like they do.
Even though Mickey Bey admits that Dimitri Bivol is more skillful, he still gives Beterbiev the advantage, due to his amazing strength and toughness. He feels that Beterbiev is the finest fighter in the division at 175 pounds. According to Bey, he has heard stories about the kind of damage Beterbiev can do for years, and those stories have resonated with him. He has spoken to several boxers who have sparred with Beterbiev, and they all agree that his punching strength is incredible. Beterbiev is more dangerous than just a power puncher because he also possesses real skills. When asked about Joe Smith Jr.'s chances against Beterbiev, Bey didn't hesitate to say that he respects Smith's toughness, but doesn't see Smith winning based on what he's heard from fighters who have competed with Beterbiev. It reminds him of how people used to talk about prime Mike Tyson. Bey believes that Beterbiev is the most dangerous boxer in the light heavyweight class since Mike Tyson. Rarely do boxers command that level of respect and fear in the sport. Joe Rogan praised Beterbiev, calling him one of the most terrifying boxers in the sport. He recounted a brutal training session in which Beterbiev swung a sledgehammer at a tire for an entire hour. Rogan was amazed, saying that fighters like Beterbiev are built differently. He also emphasized that Beterbiev is a rare kind of knockout artist, boasting a perfect record of 19 wins, all by knockout, even when opponents cover up, demonstrating the sheer force he generates.
Did you see Artur Beterbiev, who is fighting Dimitri Bivol?
Yes.
He did a hammer workout on a tire where he hit a tire for an hour.
He did? For an hour?
An hour.
What?
He hit a tire for an hour with a sledgehammer.
Those Dagestanis are made of different fucking...
He's Chechnyan.
Is he Chechnyan?
But same shit.
Mountain people.
Hamzat Chimaev, savage people.
Yeah.
And he's one of the scariest boxers of all time. The only fight that he had as a professional that went the distance is Bivol.
I know.
The only fight.
And did you see when Bivol would have
He was 19-0 with 19 knockouts.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
When you have your hands up with him, he'll still concuss you.
Yeah.
He hits that hard. Shot,
yeah.
shot. Just basic too, like ones and twos, maybe a hook once in a while.
There's a great video where this boxer who was, you know, a world-class boxer, who's a professional, got brought in to box Beterbiev. And his coach said to him, just do your best. He's like, do my best? Do my best? What the fuck are you talking? Do my best? I'm going to fuck this dude up. And he goes, and he hit me. The first time he hit me, it was like nothing I'd ever experienced in my life. Like, it was almost like my body left me. And I was like standing there.
That's your job, dude.
Did you witness Artur Beterbiev, who is currently facing Dimitri Bivol? He performed an hour-long hammer workout on a tire, hitting it with a sledgehammer for an hour. Fighters like him are built differently. He's one of the scariest boxers ever. The only fight he ever had as a professional that lasted that long was against Bivol. Did you see that when Beterbiev was 19-0 with 19 knockouts, he would still concuss you even if you had your hands up? He hits that hard, just basic 1-2s, maybe mixing in a few more shots. There's a great video where a world-class professional boxer was brought in to spar Beterbiev, and his coach told him, "That concludes today's video. Watch this space until the next one."